Oh, are we on? I think we're on. We're on. I have a microphone. All the stuff laid together. Oh, hello and welcome once again. Excuse me. We're all fine here. Welcome once again to yet another Troubadork non-commute show right here in lovely, currently kind of sunny San Antonio, Texas. As is usual, we have stuff. I have stuff. I'll be doing stuff. Stuff will be done by me. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, today I am actually going to do two songs that are new. One that is new because I just wrote it, and one that is new because I finally knuckled down and wrote the, quote, chart for it, which is to say the cheat sheet that I use to remind myself of the chords that I should be playing when I do the song. It's a thing. Mic a little bit more in shot. There we go. See, it's an actual live cast because I have an actual microphone, which mostly hides behind the word balloons once we get rolling. But what the heck? So, oh my goodness me! I don't know why I'm suddenly all yawny. Perhaps my brain just needs more oxygen. They say that yawning is indicative. I put the emphasis on the wrong label. Indicative that your brain needs more oxygen. There we go. We tune because we like you. And we're going to start off with one that I think I've told the story a few times, but it's one that I wrote when I was trying to write another song, which is sometimes the case. This does happen. Sometimes you're like, I'm ready to do this thing. I'm going to do this song. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And it's like, what the heck is this? How did I even write that? And I was writing or attempting to write a song based on some ideas that my friend Jana gave me. And I wound up writing this one instead. So, again, Jana, sorry. The Dreaded Peasant Festus. This could do with being down. There we go. Now you can actually see that I have an instrument in my hands. That's nice. The Ballad of a Man Who Started from humble origins and stayed there. My notes indicate it should be played with undeserved and unmerited grandeur. He came from a tiny village just outside of Aberdeen, and his face, it was not noble. There we go. Learn the chords. And his clothes, they were not clean. But there's often been a hero that has come from such a start. Farm and Festus wasn't one of them. He was neither brave nor smart. There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land. But the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. There are some men bound for glory, bound for riches or for fame, and among the noble roll call you will not find Festus's name. For his voice it was not noble, nor his bearing very fine, and he towered over no one at the height of 4'9". There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. But from lowly circumstances some men rise among the rest. Not that Festus ever tried hard, well, that there is my own guess. But in noble battle some men can achieve beyond compare. And on the battlefield of Hastings, our man Festus was not there. There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. Thoughtful part. There are legendary figures doomed to fade away obscure, and our peasant Festus suits that. At least we think we're pretty sure. There is not much known of Festus. Peasantry builds little pride. Matter of fact, all that we're sure of, well, we're all pretty sure he died. There are heroes, myths, and legends that are known throughout the land, but the dreaded peasant Festus was not that man. And there we have that, the dreaded peasant Festus, once again, one of the anthology of my hit so far. I'm not sure how many songs actually have the count as hits, but there are definitely songs that are just fun to do and are fun to listen to, and people seem to ask for them a lot. And this is one of those. Like Kay said over here, Kay's like, excellent. So it's like, yay, okay, it's a one that people like. It's hard to tell sometimes when you don't have direct feedback, audio or visual feedback, because the visual feedback is delayed by 15 to 30 seconds because of the restreaming process. It is sometimes difficult to tell if what you're doing is actually entertaining or not. When I did a commando performance on the Three Celestials stage a couple of weeks ago at Sherwood, because my friend John Maverick wasn't able to cover his show, and I'd be damned if I was going to let the stage go dead, and I had this with me, so why not? I actually saw people enjoying my stuff, which is lovely. So that's always encouraging. Now, topic change, because we're going to do a new song now. And I'm not entirely certain how to introduce or even justify the next song that I am about to do. Because, well, when I learned this song back in the 90s, you know, I'm honestly, Kay, I'm planning to do so. I know I will be there Sunday. I might be there Saturday, but I can't bet on anything at this moment. I am definitely looking to do some Troubadorkery, assuming that that y'all will let me. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a home visit there. But this next song, the song up here, is missing a word. And it's missing a word because this is where we all turn 12 again. That's right, Ruth. That song. It's the Monkey Fart song. This song was written by Seamus Kennedy, who is an Irish musician. And I didn't learn it from him. I didn't hear it from him. When I first heard this song, it was back in the 90s at Black Point Forest at the Northern California Renaissance Pleasure Fair. And it was being performed by Molly Burke's a cappella singing group, The Jolly Beggar. Molly is a lovely and gorgeous and wonderful human being, and I hope that what I'm about to do isn't too appalling. But it's because she has a fantastic voice, and the Jolly Beggar as a group was a great group of people. Yes, I will also hear it in Linda and Molly's voices, and I literally learned this at their knee because the stage wasn't that tall. So I went through and I found the chords, and I worked it through, and I'm going to attempt to do it now. It does involve the word fart a lot. So if you are offended by that, you might want to put this on mute until you see the title change up here to something else. Starts in D. I should really make sure this is tuned properly before I do this. There is an art to building suspense, but I'm not trying to artificially build suspense. I am, in fact, just trying to make sure this thing doesn't throw itself out of tune in the middle of what may be a bizarrely emotionally charged song for me. My father came across the sea from Ireland. He was quiet, but they said that he was wise. He and mother did their best, gave us a roof and all the rest. But to speak to us he rarely had the time. Sure, he'd say, pass the butter, or come here, young man. Or be quiet, oh no, you can't have a dime. Until the day that I was leaving, father finally found a reason for sharing his philosophy of life. He said, hey, monkey's fart should smell like a banana. English fart should smell like cups of tea. The farting of a fairy should be very light and airy. When a father farts, I hope you think of me. Think of me, Dad. An Irish fart should always lit with laughter. It should melt your heart and melt your shorts as well, sorry. A lion's fart should roar with power. Cuckoos should fart every hour. A nun's fart should have meaning but no smell. But no smell. A strong man's fart should roar out like a trumpet. And the pretty girl should barely even squeak. But the person you can trust is the one who'd rather bust than ever let one rip right in the street. Right in the street. Well, from my old man, this really was an earful. and I tried to understand just what he meant. His words were primitive but strong, so I wouldn't get them wrong. He was saying to be careful as I went. He was saying to be happy as I could be. He was saying watch my step and as I pass, sorry. Be careful who you look up to, and whatever else I might do. Remember, most of what you get from folks is just escaping gas. Everybody. Hey, a monkey's fart should smell like a banana. English fart should smell like cups of tea. The farting of a fairy should be very light and airy. When a father farts, I hope you'll think of me. Think of me. Dad. A strong man's fart should roar out like an Irish fart should always wilt with laughter. That's it. It should melt your heart and melt your shorts as well. Sorry. A lion's fart should roar with power. Cuckoos should fart every hour. A nun-short fart should have meaning, but no smell. The song almost took a turn. Sorta. Hi, Kristen. A strong man's fart should roar like a trumpet, and a pretty girl should barely even squeak. But the person you can trust, there it is the one you'd rather bust. Ow. Then never let one rip right in the street. Right in the street. I was being distracted by the fact that people I have not seen for quite some time, many of whom live on the left coast of the United States of America, are showing up to watch the show, and you came in at exactly the right time, right on the monkey fart song. Oh my goodness, I like this. I am putting this into the repertoire. If there are no objections, and I don't know why there should be. If you were offended by fart humor, how do I know you again? You know, just anyway. I think it's a keeper. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. One day, perhaps somewhere off in the far future, when Molly checks out these little shows that I do from her safe haven in New Zealand, I'll say this. Thank you, Molly. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. I appreciate it a great deal. Hail, hydrate. 2 down. 2 to go. Now we're going to get back into familiar territory, or at least reasonably familiar territory. We met in seminary. I'm not even sure where to go with that. That's okay. So this is a song that I actually wrote and didn't have the chords to back in 2016. Yeah. And then I got the chords to it. And there's a riff in here that I am constantly in locked in Mortal Kombat with, and we'll see if I get through it. I'm fairly certain I can, but every time I say that, I doom myself, so we'll find out. In the event that I am able to do this live on stage, I would love to have a bunch of people who actually know how to build the chord to paperback writer join me on the chorus for Renaissance Minstrel, because that's basically what the song is. Renaissance Minstrel, Minstrel, Minstrel. I pray thee, my Lord, will you hear this song? It took me years to write, but will not take too long. It's based on a sonnet by a man named Kit, and I need a patron, so I long to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. There's a noble saga of a wandering knight, and his lady's love keeps him up at night. His son's a lowly squire schlepping swords. It's a steady job, but he longs to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel, Renaissance minstrel, minstrel, minstrel. See? There's 100 verses, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it Latin if you like the sounds that would do so sound, and I long to be a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. If you do enjoy it, I could sing it there. I get so tired of wandering from fair to fair. If you must return and send it to the king, he'll just put his name on it and call himself a Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel. Renaissance minstrel, minstrel. Renaissance minstrel, minstrel. Alas, my love, you do me wrong, minstrel. There's no good way to end this song, minstrel. They usually fade it out, you see, minstrel. I guess I'll end it abruptly, minstrel. There we go. Yes! Minor bobble, but I made it all the way through the first riff intact and the second riff with a minor recovery. That brings my average up to 0.317, I think, on the Man versus Music chart. And which brings me to the moment we've all been waiting for. Yes, the last song in the show today. This is a brand new song. And this is a song that is in keeping with the incredibly self-aware nature of every show I do that does not involve a script written. Freebird! One day I may actually attempt to transpose Freebird into a Renaissance Fair friendly mode, and if that happens, I will probably be chased away by an angry mob. But getting back to my point, and I do have one, is that everything I do on stage at fairs and festivals and such, when I'm performing and I don't have an actual script that someone wrote out for me, I always tell people that the Tobias the Adequate Magic Show is the most self-aware magic show you are ever going to see. I might, you just telling you right now. And this is one of them, and it is. My shows were any more self-aware, they'd be able to drive me home, which would be a fantastic luxury. This one is one that I wrote because I have now officially. Ooh. You know, Leah, you should get. Kristen, we should talk to Leah and then get that to Grizzly Mountain, and then everybody will be happy. See, it all works out that way. That's how communities are built. This song is about the fact that I will never, barring some epic shift in my circumstances, and I mean epic, it is very unlikely that I will ever become a professional full-time traveling performer. And a lot of that is because I started the fairs back in 93 or 94 when I was already in my mid-20s, and I started doing the Tobias the Adequate Magic Show in 2002 when I already had a marriage and a mortgage and a burning desire to keep both. And I was a part-time pro as Tobias the Adequate, doing magic shows at fairs and festivals up and down the west coast of the United States and later on in Texas for 18 years. If I do a magic show this year, it will in fact be 19 years of me being Tobias the Adequate for money. Or performing as Tobias the Adequate. So if I do one show where I'm paid this year, I'm almost at my 20-year anniversary. But I'm also in my 50s. I'm 53 years old right now. I'll be 54 in July. And as such, I have come to embrace my inner dilettante. Let's stay off the crib on the lamb. That's true. No, don't go on the lamb. They're very small, and they're not very comfortable to sit on, and you fall off, and they bite. So you know, I learned that from a Scotsman. So I wrote this song specifically with an eye towards that. And it has a jolly sing-along chorus. And that jolly sing-along chorus will appear multiple times during the song itself. Starts in F, shockingly enough. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm the least of the unqualified of all that ever were. I'll never be professional, the fates choose to defer. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I make up songs and stories, done that since long time ago, and the people often ask me if I ever will go pro. I don't think I can give up what I'd have to shed to go, so I'll keep on being amateur, it's what I seem to know. I see people from all walks of life rush off to conquer fame, and to be frank, I'd be happy if they might remember my name. But I'm quite content to loaf about, I will not strive for acclaim. That's an awkward sentence, so I'll happily eschew the grind, no one else is to blame. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm the least of the unqualified of all there ever were. I'll never be professional, the fates choose to defer. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I've got lots more songs I'll tuck away in some strange metal pouch, but if I were to do this all full time, I'd sleep on someone's couch. My marriage and my mortgage are too dear to me, I vouch. So instead of marching off to fame, I casually will slouch. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm the least of the unqualified of all there ever were. I'll never be professional, the fates choose to defer. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. Now, my friends all know I'm not alone. We all do have our joys, and if you do not need to monetize the things that bring you joy. I mean, if you want to give me cash, don't hesitate to deploy. But so long as we're all having fun, then I'm a happy boy. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm the least of the unqualified of all there ever were. I'll never be professional, the fates choose to defer. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. Now, I know fame can have its failure. I know fame can have its allure, that's why I wrote the song. We see famous folks and worry that we might be doing it wrong. Among all of these famous folks, the feeling can be strong. So if you're a dilettante like me, I hope you'll sing along. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm the least of the unqualified of all there ever were. I'll never be professional, the fates choose to defer. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a hapless amateur. I'm a dabbler, I'm a dilettante, I'm a happy amateur. There we are. That's close enough for rock and roll, or close enough for vocal music. Concerning amateur, as I understand, it comes from the Latin, it means one who loves and does a thing. Yeah, there you go. See, there we are. That's right. Dilettantes of the world, unite casually. Casually. And so we come to the end of a rather nice, upbeat, happy, cheerful, and somewhat revealing. Indeed. Somewhat revealing Tobias the Adequate, Troubadork, non-commute, pandemic coping mechanism show right here in the room known as Away, in the house known as Odoroki, in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas. And I thank you all for hanging out with me, because once again, if you weren't there watching what I do, this would be even harder to justify in any way, shape, or form. We'll do one more show this week. We're going to a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule this week. Next week, it's just going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, because Thursday, we will be taking off for a visit up north. We are going to go on a bit of a vacation, taking advantage of the long weekend that Memorial Day gives us. And then I'll be back, and probably be back on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday after that. So there you go. We live in a capitalistic society, so I'll just get the stuff out of the way. Blah, blah, blah. Tip jar, blah, blah. PayPal, blah, blah. Venmo, blah, blah. Thank you to Eric, Robert, Alicia, Rick, Emily, and Miranda for throwing some bucks in the bucket. Thank you to my bewilderingly supportive and strangely sympathetic Patreon patron peeps. Jen, Joe, Alexi, Austin, Chris, Tapo, Shay, Linda, Ann, Stephen, Rob, Alicia, Relly, BK, Richard, Brian, and Lorene, and I just realized that this white box now is in front of the word balloons instead of behind it. That's interesting. Stuff! I have stuff! Oh my god, one of the stuffs is this stuff right here. This book, Artisanal Gibberish. The brand new, official, real, we mean it book printing. This thing right here, an actual book made of actual book materials. Otherwise, I couldn't do this. No, I couldn't. That is available both in Dead Tree Edition and in ebook format. And if you go to unrulyvoices.com/product/artisanal gibberish, or just look up Artisanal Gibberish wherever you get your print books or ebooks. And for print, we've got Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Indie Books, and bookshop.com. And then we're available on pretty much every electronic book format everywhere for a ridiculously reasonable 99 cents. The hard copy is about 10, and it is, in fact, a slim volume of poetry, the perfect thing to leave on the toilet tank in your bathroom or gift to your least beloved relative. You can find me on the interwebs at theadequate.com. I am at The Adequate on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Tobias the Adequate, TikTok, and Tumblr, soundcloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre. I've already talked everything about this thing right here, and THUD Bucket is still going, but slowly, because Ron is getting back into the Absolute Darkness project, but we still have some things that we're kind of working on, so it's not dead yet. Do check it out anywhere with the word music in it, or Spotify. If you listen to the entire THUD Bucket album, Death Metal You Can Laugh At, on Spotify, we get 4/1000th of a cent. Capitalism. Absolutely. And there we have it, folks. That's enough out of me. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be kind, be safe, be silly. I'm going to have a salad tonight, but you can have whatever you want to. Amy makes really good salads. Kind of looking forward to it. And thank you. Once again, you've been wonderful. I've been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you once again for encouraging my behavior. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Aloha.